Shabbat Shalom Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Recha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to those Le'akim that preach the word in all truth and sincerity. Along to Israelite foreigner brothers that like the heathens, but the line of outside goes back to the nation of Israel, which nation of Israel, like so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, through the prophecies and curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter and throughout the Bible. So this is brother Yakar Amam for the lesson, and today's lesson will be entitled "No One Escapes Judgment from the Lord." You know, I'm just gonna go on some precepts, and Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shimon Shai. You know, I'm gonna start off with book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11, and it reads, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily." Right. Now the sentence will be the judgment. The evil work will be the sin. So for example, adultery, right? Adultery is when a man sleeps with another man's wife, or when a wife that's married to a man sleeps with another man outside her husband. That's adultery. And we understand according to the law that, the adulterer and adulteress is supposed to be both of them is supposed to be put to death. But we understand that that law is not being kept in the society. So, the scriptures talking about, wrong judgment proceedeth, man. So the judgment is not coming down, being executed speedily. That adulterer and adulteress being put to death, being stoned. You know, so because since against an evil word is not executed speedily, therefore the heart, which heart is from the Hebrew word la, which means your mind, of the sons of men is fully set in to do evil. Yeah, it's fully set in to do evil because they haven't been judged. You know, so though a sinner do an evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh and which fear before him. Yeah, so a sinner can do a evil 100 times, and their days can be prolonged. And a perfect example of that is Esau. The so-called white man, the elites. The Rothschilds and them, man, they have done evil 100 times, man, more than 100 times, because the scriptures speak about they are the son of perdition, the man of sin. So their days are being prolonged. They get to live to their 90s, or hundreds. They live long lives, but they're wicked. You know, but we understand the Lord is the one that He preserves the wicked unto the day of destruction. You see, it says, "Yes, surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh." And right, and who are the ones that fear Yahweh? The elect. So it's going to be well for those that fear the Most High, because they're doing what's pleasing in the eyes of Yahweh Shemon Shai by pushing His truth, which fear before Him. But it shall not be well with the wicked. Why? Because the wicked is going to be cut down like the grass, man. It's not going to be well with them because they're going to have to pay for their sins. So no one gets away. Yeah, you can be prolonged. You can prolong your life. Yeah, you may have committed adultery or murder, or you think you got away with it, but you didn't get away with it in the eyes of Yahweh Shimon Shai. You know, Man may have not seen it, you know, but they hadn't followed Yahweh and His unbegotten Son, Yahweh Shai. They seen it. You see, that's what really matters, man. It says, "But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feared not before Yahweh." Yeah, because the wicked is, which is represents the wicked according to the Bible, is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, according to Malachi 1:4. So it's not gonna be well with them, man. Because they're gonna have to pay for everything they have done, that they have committed against us, man. Us Israelites, having us in slavery, stealing our nationality from us, stealing our land, turning our women to be harlots, feminists, this younger generation to be effeminate. Amongst the little boys that's becoming men, the adolescents. Esau, you're gonna have to pay for all that, man. You see, It said, now let's go to Isaiah 45 and 15. Verily, which means truly, thou art a God that hidest thyself, O God of Israel, the Savior. Yeah, so that's why a lot of people are proud right now, you know, which pride is when one departed from the Most High and his heart is turned away from his Maker, as it is written. So a lot of people is pride because the Lord hasn't showed his power. You know, he's a God that hideth himself, man. He hasn't showed his power yet, you know. When them judges start cracking down, man, the famine, the pestilence, the newly created beast, you know, that's gonna be entering into America, that the Lord's gonna create off a dime, you know. People gonna acknowledge the Lord when they seeing death angels slaughtering people out, you know, evil spirits, you know, they're gonna know that it's the Most High, man. See, people don't acknowledge Yahweh Shemon Shai because the God of this world has blinded those that believe not, which is Esau. The God of this world is Esau. So they blind the minds of the people for them not to believe in the Lord because they have Esau has trained these people up from the youth up to be in the spirit of the anti-Messiah, man. You know, being an adversary, which is, you know, them being being Satan, you know, against Yahweh Shemon Shai ways, lost his commandments, man. You see? Now, go to Galatians 6 and 7, it says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. Yeah, so didn't Esau mock the Most High by the 16th chapel by painting our Lord to be a so-called white man? You know, the finger of Adam, whatever they call that. You know, when God is so-called supposed, you know, which we know that's not the Most High, man. That's blasphemy. You know, but the picture it depicts, you know, the Most High holding out his finger to Adam, and they're both butt naked, man. That's blasphemy, man. You know, so you mock the Most High, but it says, you know, the Most High is not mocked. So you know, at the end of the day, no one mocks the Most High and gets away with it, man. It says, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Yeah, so you know, whatever you put out on the earth, it comes back to you. In the world, they call this karma, but there's no such thing as karma. According to the scriptures, is you reap what you sow. So Esau, you sold up all this wickedness, this pedophilia, this child sacrificing, this human trafficking. You know, Nambla, the men, the men that love boys movement. You know, the alphabet movement. You know, this a perverse pushing out this perverse spirit in the earth, man. You're gonna have to you sold that, so you're gonna reap it, man. You know, so you sold death and destruction, so that's what you're gonna reap. That's what you're gonna get back to you. It's gonna come back to you, man. Death and destruction is gonna come back to you. You know, uh, and that applies to Esau. You know, because this whole lesson I'm centering around, you know, the wicked. You know, which is like I said earlier, the wicked is Esau, Edom, according to the Bible. But you also have 2/3 of our people that's enticed by the ways of the wicked and they're being like the wicked, you know, and the heathen nations. So this goes to, you know, all the wicked, man. Starting with Esau, Edom, and 2/3 of our people in the heathen nations. You know, um, this is First Thessalonians 2 and 14. It says, "For ye brethren became followers of the churches of Yahweh which in Judea are in Yahweh Shai Mashiach. For ye also have suffered like things of your own countrymen, even as they have of the Jews." Yeah, you know, so this is Apostle Paul addressing to the church of Thessalonica, which were to the Israelite foreigners, you know, and he's basically saying, you know, you suffer the same things by your own countrymen because, you know, Yahweh Shai said that a man's foes shall be they of their own household, man. So your own people are going to be your main enemies, you know, and we see this by way of this the Kyrie Irving, Kanye West situation, man. You know, it's mainly our own people coming up against them, man, coming against their own nationality. You know, denying their own nationality of them being Israelites, man. You know, but that's why we understand that the Lord is only for the elect. See, the Lord's not delivering all Israel, man. All Israel is not of Israel. The Lord's only delivering the Israel the Most High, the elect. So it says, for you also have suffered like things of your own countrymen. So the Israelites that Apostle Paul is writing to, they will also, suffer things from their own countrymen, even as they have of the Jews, who both killed the Lord Yahweh Shai and their own prophets, man. See, you know, it says, and have persecuted us. They please not the Most High and are contrary to all men. They're totally opposite, So this is the conduct how the wicked of our people was doing back then. They killed our Lord Yahweh Shai. They killed the prophets. They persecuted us. And they pleased not the Most High, man. They contrary to all men, you know, because the Lord said, among my people are found wicked men, you know. So these same spirits are back in the earth today, you know, and you can see it with all, you know, these false Israelite camps, man. That's preaching false doctrine, and that's not uh, rightly dividing the word of truth, man. If they can, I believe I heard one apostle elder say this before, but if they would, they will definitely try to kill the apostles and stuff, man, because of their true message. You know, just judging them based on their spirit, man. Just could say try the spirits whether they are the Most High. You know, because many false prophets have entered into the world, man. And we see that by way of their conduct. Yahweh Shai said a tree shall be known by its fruit. So um, they're bringing forth evil fruit, evil ways, man, pushing false doctrine, punching, being tough guy Israelites, you know, and influencing Jake, the congregation, to take the jump shot, man. You see, saying Edomites can be saved. These damnable heresies, man. So it's like I keep rambling, but let's get back to the precepts. Verse 16 says, "For bring us to speak to the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners, that they might be saved." So these wicked Israelites were forbidding the Israelites that was teaching the gospel to speak to Israelite foreigners, man, that they might be saved, to fill up their sins always, for the wrath has come upon them the uttermost, right? You know, uh, this Ecclesiastes 11:9 says, well, I get this verse, Sirach 23:19, and it reads, "Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts." Yeah, so the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So you can't hide from the Lord, man. The Lord sees everything. You know, so because it really, by you being the truth, it things really matter the most when you're off camera. It's how you the Lord's really checking for you how you conduct yourself off camera. Because when you're on camera, you know, you can portray yourself to be something that you're not. You can act like you the most righteous brother, you can the most charitable brother. Damn, that brother seem cool, man. But off camera, he's a nigga, man. You know, he giving brothers a hard time. He's selfish. You know, so there's a lot of individuals in the truth like that, man. So we gotta we have to have a healthy fear of the Lord. We have to make sure we conduct our lives according to Scripture on a daily basis, man. Putting off that person out, that old man, and being renewed in the spirit of our mind through Yahweh Shai, man. Because the Lord doesn't like nigga shit, you know. So the Lord sees everything, man. Ecclesiastes 11:9 says, "Rejoice, O young men, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes." And this is the conduct of how people are living their lives today. They just doing what they want to do, man. Live life to the fullest. You know, Or we don't live once. YOLO. Obey your thirst. Do what you want to do, man. Whatever makes you happy. Not. They're not being conformed to a certain guideline in order to please the Lord, man. And the truth concerning the Israelites, man. It says, "But know thou that for all these things Yahweh will bring thee into judgment," man. Right? So you live that YOLO lifestyle. You did what you want to do according to your own wisdom, according to your own sight. The Lord's gonna bring you to judgment, man. You know, because everything that you did in this world, investing in this world, having big businesses, which is nothing wrong with having a business, but they look at that as a form of salvation over the Lord's way. You see, so the Lord's gonna bring everyone that's the Lord's gonna bring everyone into judgment for being in that yellow spirit, man. So no one gets away, man. And he could be so called the best individual, or he was the nicest person, man. He gave me some money, but if you're not of the elect, you're not in the truth. The Lord don't give a damn about that, man. The Lord's gonna bring you into judgment, man. So and the first applies to us. I just end off on that. Because the Lord, it says in 1 Peter 4:17, it says, For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. Yeah, so judgment is gonna be judgment is gonna begin at the house of the Most High, which are the Israelite camps. So judgment is gonna begin at us. So we gotta make sure we on point, man. Because time my lesson, no one escapes judgment from the Lord. So not even us. We're held accountable too, man. So that's why we have to make sure we on point, concerning the doctrine and doing what is right, man. You know, it says, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Yeah, so if it's gonna begin at us, what's gonna be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? They're gonna be destroyed. You know, because we have a higher chance than all these people in the world that's not doing nothing to please the Lord at all. By us preaching His word, going out on the highways and byways, week in, week out, we have a way higher chance of salvation than an individual that's not doing it at all. You know, that's why the scriptures talking about hope. You see, it says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" Yeah, they're gonna be destroyed. They're gonna appear in the lake of fire. you know, or if the Lord don't get them in the lake of fire, they're gonna die in the plagues of Jacob's trouble. Dying of famine or pestilence, or getting gunned down in the streets by Esau military troops. Dying by getting um, eaten by a lion or a bear or something, man. You know, so getting ran over by a tank, anything, man. Any plague that's gonna be in Jacob's trouble, the Lord's gonna get every every individual on the earth with His judgments, one form or fashion, man. No one escapes. So, yeah, I just wanted to make a quick lesson on that. Lord willing, I was edified. And until next time, Shalom.